Oops. Let's see, live. All right. Hello and welcome. It's Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Today we are going to flow through a full yoga class live. The format will be we'll start with a warm up and then we will proceed into our practice. Anytime during the practice, if you feel like you need a rest or a break, feel free. But we will have a practice 30-minute. We will have a water break 30 minutes within the class, and I will check for any questions. Make our way to the mat. We'll be standing for our warm up. All righty. So what we're gonna do is, yes, super. I'm gonna also let Yvonne into class over here. Hit admit. Okay, great. I've got Yvonne in class. All right, yay. All right. So, and I have also I offer class on Zoom, so I let people in on that device as well. All right, so let's begin standing. We have our mat in a horizontal position. From here, we'll place our hands on our waist. We're going to step the left leg out. Take a big step, and right leg will step out, and then we're going to bend our knees. All right, you're also hinging in your hips. So we have the hips hinging, knees bending, and we're going to pulse. Guide your toes away from the body, lift up your heart, and just pulse and breathe with the lifted heart so you can guide movement into the legs, warming up the legs, lengthening the spine with the heart lifted, and the breath is flowing deep. On the next inhale, we're going to rise up and straighten our knees. Release your hips and guide your toes forward. Your palms will extend out. Guide your arms to shoulder level with your palms facing up. Squeeze the elbows actively and just begin to lift the arms all the way up towards the sky and see if you can guide your bicep areas towards either side of your face. And now we'll release all the way down with the lifted heart, going slow with straight fingers. We're going to do that again. Guide the arms up. The heart is lifted. Notice all the length in your spine. Full breath. And on the back forward fold. Palms facing down, the nose pointing towards the mat so the neck can be neutral. From here, we'll release the arms all the way down and see if you can guide your fingers or maybe even your palms to your mat, slightly bending the elbows, always keeping eyes open for focus and concentration. We'll guide the chin towards the collarbone so that the neck can be more neutral. From here, lift your glute muscles. Really lift those glute muscles up. Guide your tailbone up. All right, so we can invite a little more flexibility into the spine, opening the hips at the same time. From here, we will walk our hands to our left foot. Place your right hand on the outside of your left foot, and then guide the left arm to rise. Turn your body to the left, and you're going to guide your fingertips all the way up towards the sky as much as possible without straining. Breathe deep for a nice spinal stretch, and we're also stretching muscles in the legs. From here, we'll take a breath, and on the exhale, the left arm is going to lower. We're untwisting. Guide the right hand now to return back to the neutral position. Both hands are on the inside of our feet. Next breath, we'll walk our hands now to the right foot. We're placing the left hand on the outside of the right foot. The breath guides the right arm to rise upward, turning the upper body towards the right so we can guide the fingertips. Right fingertips flow towards the sky for a nice spinal twist. Breathing deep. What a wonderful flow. Next breath, we're going to release that right arm down and guide both hands back centered between the feet. Now we'll heel toe our feet inward and let the thighs touch. And with our thighs touching, allow your toes to rise up. Lift all 10 toes off discomfort. Then just bend the knees with just slightly bend your knees. All right, so listen to your body, and we're warming the body up, so don't strain, don't pull, be gentle to the body. We still have our toes lifted off of our mat. Now we're going to release the toes onto the mat. And now let's all bend our knees. As we bend the knees, guide your navel inward and let your chest rest on your thighs. Guide the arms out. And now we'll wrap the arms around the thighs, giving the legs a loving hug. Chin flows to the collarbone. Eyes are open. This is a nice way to engage the muscles in the upper back because we're actively squeezing the legs. Excellent flow. Let's take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we'll release the legs. Begin to rise up slowly. Knees flow to straighten. We're lifting up one vertebrae at a time, palms face forward. See how much air you can guide into your lungs. Your fingertips are going to flow all the way towards the sky, relaxing shoulders. And we'll rotate the arms in, palms touch, elbows bend. Connect with heart center. Lower your hands. Lower your hands to where your diaphragm is, which is at the below your sternum. Okay, so just above the belly, just above the belly. Now we're going to guide our chin towards the collarbone because we want to get a stretch in the neck. Okay, so we're going to stretch out the muscles by slowly guiding the head to the left and to the right. We'll keep the eyes open. Move your head slowly. Breathe deep. Awesome flow. This is a great way to reduce any tension or stress that might be harboring in our neck and shoulders. From here, we'll take a breath. Relax your shoulders. We'll gaze downward. And as we gaze downward, this will be a time, if we choose, we can set an intention, a dedication for our practice, or we can simply just connect with our own heart energy, breathing deep. Let's take a cleansing breath through the nose and begin to blink the eyes open a little wider, relaxing our hands at our side. I'm going to let one more person into class. All righty. So we've got one more person in class, which is wonderful. And now we're going to begin our practice. From here, we will start in a mountain pose. So make sure your legs are close together and touching. We'll guide our palms forward, and the breath allows the arms to flow outward. We're lifting the heart up. In yoga, just go slow. Don't rush. Really, just you want to be purposeful in your movement, noticing all the nuances of how it feels as you lift your arms. Notice how your shoulders are moving. All right, notice. Once your fingertips float to the sky, then as you exhale, just release your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears, keeping your fingers straight, elbows straight. All the weight of your body is transferred in your heels. What an awesome flow. Next breath, we'll rotate the arms in and guide them closer. Palms touch, elbows bend. As we're bending the elbows, be sure to lift your heart up. Lift your heart, receive length in your spine, and you're actively pressing your palms together. Notice the engagement in your pectoral muscles as your thumbs will release on your sternum. You'll relax shoulders. From here, right heel rises and we'll guide the knee to splay outward. Sole of the foot is touching the inner leg. We are now in a tree pose. You can stay here, or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can take a breath and guide your foot to your low leg, or you can guide your foot to the upper thigh, and it's okay if you use your hand to guide. Be sure to avoid your knee. For today's class, I'm going to stay with my toe on the mat. From here, we'll take a breath and we'll press the palms together and guide the fingers upward. As we lift the heart up, the palms release forward, elbows remain slightly bending, fingers are straight, and this is just another variation of a tree pose with arms overhead. So we're engaging the tendons and ligaments in the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. So good for the body. From here, the breath will guide the arms to flow inward and come closer so our fingertips touch, and then we'll release the elbows to bending. Keep lifting your heart and go at your own pace, connecting with heart center. From here, we'll guide the bending knee forward and allow the foot to release onto the mat, transferring our weight to both of our heels, keeping legs straight. As we connect with heart rhythm, we take a full breath. On the exhale, now the left knee bends, left heel rises. The breath guides the knee to splay outward so the sole of the foot touches the inner leg. What an awesome flow. Excellent balance. And it's okay if you're wiggly, that's good too. From here, you choose your foot level, either toe on the mat, foot on low leg, or foot on upper thigh. All right? And it's even okay if you keep your hand holding your foot, that's perfectly fine. Do what feels best. If both of your palms are touching, press them together. And we're gonna allow the fingers to rise up. We'll release the palms and relax the shoulders. Remember the importance of the focal point. The focal point helps us concentrate and it helps us connect with our balance. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and notice how your heart is beating. From here, we'll guide the arms to flow inward and come closer. Fingertips touch, palms touch. We'll release the elbows to bend. Ultimately, the thumbs will rest on heart center and will guide the bending knee forward, releasing the heel onto the mat, transferring our weight to both heels. Awesome flow. Now we'll guide both knees to bend, also hinging in hips as if we're sitting in a chair. Guide your navel inward, so we want a nice hollow belly and thumbs are still resting on sternum. From here, we'll press the palms together actively and guide the hands forward. The arms are flowing in a diagonal motion, elbows flow to straighten, and then release your palms so your arms will be parallel. What an awesome chair pose. This is a great way to engage our core. It's also very good for pelvic floor muscles. Next breath guides the arms to flow closer, palms touch, elbows bend. Keep breathing, and you're going to allow your thumbs to rest on sternum. From here, we'll take a breath. We'll lift up our right heel. Again, we're engaged with our focal point intently. And from here, we can lift up the right knee, the right foot rises. Keep the standing knee bending. Excellent flow, balancing on a bended leg. From here, we can take a breath. If we want more, we can lift that right knee and we're hinging in hips. We're allowing our breath to balance the body. With each inhale, we're increasing oxygen levels. What a wonderful way to take good care of our bodies. From here, let's take a breath and we'll lift the right knee up and uncross the leg. Allow the foot to release all the way back to your mat, and then we'll begin to straighten the knees, rise up, press the palms together, and we're going to meet up in our mountain pose. We're transferring our weight to our heels. We're moving with purpose and focus, guiding the palms forward, allowing our shoulders to be relaxed. Notice the hollowness in the belly. Notice the sound of your breath. What a wonderful flow. From here, the breath guides the arms to flow inward and closer, fingertips touch. We'll release the elbows to bend, seeing how much air we can guide into the lungs, and the thumbs will flow to our heart center. We'll relax the shoulders. And remember, don't let my cues rush you. Allow your breath to be your guide. Now we'll take another cleansing breath and we'll bend our left knee so the left heel rises and guide both knees to bend. So what we'll do is, instead of bending the left knee, let's straighten it, and we're going to bend both knees, all right? So we're going to flow back to our chair pose. So we're hinging in hips. We're guiding our navel inward. Notice the hollowness in the belly. Yeah, so good for engaging the diaphragm, strengthening the diaphragm as we pull the belly inward. The next breath guides the arms to flow forward to our diagonal position. And then we release the palms so the arms are parallel. Elbows are straight. We squeeze those elbows. The elbows are a hinge joint. Heel, both knees are still bending. And from here, guide the arms closer, palms touch, elbows bend. We're going to flow to heart center. Guiding the left knee to rise. We're balancing on a bended leg. What an awesome flow. From here, if you want more, go ahead, lift that left knee up and cross the leg. Allow the knee to splay outward, standing leg bending. The breath is full. We press our palms together for balance. Notice your heart rhythm. What an awesome flow. Next breath allows the left knee to rise. Take your time. Lift up the leg, uncross. We'll guide the sole of the foot all the way back to our mat and begin to rise up, flowing back to our mountain pose with the lifted heart. Allowing the hands to flow all the way overhead. Elbows will straighten. From here, let's clasp our hands but keep the pointer finger straight. And now we're going to look up at our wrists and press our hands away from the body. Your shoulders will rise up towards your ears. From here, when you're ready to exhale, lift your heart more and guide your arms back. Squeeze your glute muscles, squeeze your glute muscles. That protects your low back. What an awesome flow. This is our standing back bend. Keep breathing and see how much air you can guide into your lungs in your standing back bend, strengthening the spine, strengthening the glutes, also good for the shoulder rotator cuff. The next breath allows us to lift the heart and the arms rise up, and we'll flow back to the neutral spine position. From here, we'll take another deep breath, reach up a little higher, and on the exhale, that's when we release to the right slowly, pressing the hands away from the body. Let's gaze up towards the sky for promoting good posture. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to lift the heart. The arms will flow upward, back to the neutral spine position. Awesome flow. Now we'll take a breath and reach up. Shoulders are all the way up towards the ears. And when we're ready to release the breath, we flow now to the left. Lift your heart up, gaze upward. What a wonderful way to invite flexibility into the spine, shoulders at the same time. From here, we're going to lift the heart up, flow upward, back to the neutral spine position. So we can release the fingers so they'll straighten and guide the palms forward. Now we're in a mountain pose. Let's relax our shoulders away from our ears, keeping elbows straight and fingers straight. All the weight of the body is transferred into our heels. Next breath fills the lungs, and see how much air you can guide into your lungs. Notice the chest rising. On the exhale, right arm lowers as slowly as possible, squeezing the right elbow, keeping your right finger straight, and you're also lifting your heart up. What a controlled flow. Excellent. All right. Wonderful job, ladies. Everyone's looking so lovely. We're going to guide that right knee to bend, right heel will lift. And now we'll connect with the focal point. Connect with a focal point that is below your shoulder level for more beginner, above the shoulder level for more advanced, okay? Now, when you're ready, you're going to reach up with your left hand and lift your right foot. So breathe, reach, and rise, guiding the foot upward and seeing if you can capture your ankle or your foot or even your pant leg. That's fine too. Continue to lift the foot up and we flow to our dancer's pose. Awesome flow. All right, so this is a great way to invite balance and focus into the body. From here, we'll take a deep breath, and on the exhale, we're going to release where we're holding the foot or ankle, guide the foot back down to our mat. Right arm will rise. We lift the heart up also, and we'll meet up in mountain pose together. All 10 fingertips will be flowing to the sky, and we relax our shoulders. Let's breathe so deep we can feel it behind our heart. On the exhale, the left arm lowers. We're squeezing that left elbow. Left fingers are straight. Control your flow. See how much air you can guide into your lungs. Moving with a purpose and focus. When your fingertips point towards your mat, guide your left knee to bend. Your left heel will lift. Notice your heart rhythm. Connect with your focal point. Choose your level. And once you're connected with focal point, take a breath and lift the right hand as much as you can. Lift your heart and the left foot rises. Capturing the left foot, ankle, pant leg, capture what you can with the lifted heart. Keep lifting your heart and keep lifting the foot. What a wonderful way to elongate the spine and tone leg muscles. Very good for the muscles in the arms also. From here, we'll take a deep breath. On the exhale, we're going to release where we're holding the foot, ankle, or pant leg. Guide the foot to release to the mat. Left arm rises. Be sure to lift your heart up. By lifting your heart, that helps keep the spine long and straight. Very good for the body. When all 10 fingers flow towards the sky, jaw. Now the breath guides the arms to flow inward. Palms touch, elbows bend. Press your palms together actively. And we'll meet up at heart center. Elbows bending, shoulders relaxed. From here, we'll take a breath. We'll step our feet outward. We have the feet stepping outward. Let's guide the left toes to flow away from the body. Notice the alignment. It's okay to look down and check how your heels align, making an imaginary line. And now we're going to rotate the upper body to the left. The right toes come in slightly and we're rotating towards the bending knee. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath, guide the arms forward, release the palms, lower the arms. Take another breath. On the exhale, guide your arms back. Your palms face each other. Let your shoulder blades touch each other. Try to get those shoulder blades to actively touch. Fingertips touch. Clasp your hands behind you. I like to have my pointer finger straight, but do what feels best for you. So from here, clasp your hands intently, and then you're going to shift the weight of the body forward, lifting up your right heel, keeping your front knee bending. Ultimately, you're going to transfer your weight to the bending leg and straighten the leg and lift up your right foot. Take your time, and it's okay if you get a little wobbly. Just actively squeeze your right glute muscle, and you'll connect in a warrior 3 posture. From here, we'll take a breath. On the exhale, we're going to release the leg all the way back down. When the sole of the foot connects with the mat, be sure to bend your front knee, which should be your left knee. Now we'll release our hands, guide the arms to flow up. The next breath guides the bending knee to straighten. Rotate the body towards the front of the room. Release the arms down. All 10 toes point towards the front. Next breath, right toes point away from the body. Release the arms down. Left toes are at a slight diagonal. Check your alignment. Heels make an imaginary line. Adjust as much as you need. Rotate the upper body to the right. Bend your right knee. Allow the arms to release down and back. As the arms are behind you, guide your shoulder blades to touch each other. Then your fingertips touch and you interlace your fingers, clasping your hands intently. Breathe deep. And I always keep my pointer finger straight, but do what feels best for you right now. Now, connect with the focal point and begin to shift the weight of the body forward. You're lifting and lowering that left heel. When you're ready to transfer your weight completely, go ahead and do so. And you'll straighten your right knee, squeeze that left glute muscle. That helps lift that leg up. What an awesome flow. Notice heart rhythm and keep breathing. From here, connecting with heart rhythm, we'll take a cleansing breath and then release the foot all the way back down. All righty. Release your hands and guide the arms forward towards the bending knee and keep lifting your arms. We're going to rise up to warrior one. When your fingertips point towards the sky, relax your shoulders and allow your breath to connect with your heart rhythm. From here, we'll take another deep breath and we'll straighten the bending knee, rotate the body forward, all 10 toes face forward, release the arms all the way down. Control and focus. Lowers the arms, and then we'll heal out 30 minutes into practice. A great time for a water break. Let's go ahead and have a little water. I'll check the messages and see if anybody wants to work on. And ladies on the Zoom, if you want to work on something, you can put it in the chat as well. All righty. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes, today is a great day for yoga. And for those joining for the first time or that might have come to class after I began, my name is Candace. My yoga platform is Gentle Yoga for Everyone. So I do go live, at least twice a week. I try to go live, around once or twice a week. And I have lots of videos, all different levels. All different yoga levels, all different yoga flows, standing postures, seated, all different ways to take best care of your body. So make sure you hydrate and don't just wait for me to call for a water break. If you need to hydrate during practice, go ahead and do so. Right. All right. So what we'll do is after we're nice and hydrated, we are going to resume seated. So we will resume seated on our yoga mat. Waiting for everybody to make their way back to the mat. All right. Easy pose is simply crossing your legs, crossing legs. All right. That's easy pose. All right. And sometimes when people cross their legs, they say, oh, my knees are up so high. That's fine. Your knees don't have to be low or high. The more you do yoga, the more you practice, your ligaments just become a little more flexible, a little more, flexible. So that causes the knees to lower when you go into the easy pose. All righty. All right. Ladies, welcome back. So we're in easy pose and we're going to have our left leg in front. So we have our left leg in front, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the arms to lift up the left leg. Use your arms to lift your left leg. And as I said, go at your own pace. All right. So I've been doing yoga for a while. So when I lift, my lift might be a little higher. So listen to your body. When you lift, your body will let you know. So, right, don't strain. So lift your leg and guide it to your heart as much as you can without straining. All right. So we do that. And we just want to show the leg some love. All right. So you want to love on your body. You want to be gentle with your body. And you want to always just take full, deep breaths because the oxygen is so good for the body. So now, once we're holding our leg with love, we'll slowly allow the upper body to move from left to right. And what we're doing is we are strengthening our arms and shoulders. We're strengthening our spine, and we're inviting flexibility and openness into our hips. So we're receiving so many benefits in this yoga flow. Now allow your leg and body to be still. All right. From here, we can guide the arm underneath the leg, and you can use your right arm to assist. And if possible, see how it feels if you put your leg on top of your shoulder. So level one is just keep your leg off of your shoulder at the side. Or if you want more, lift and guide your leg over your shoulder and just see how it feels. All right. And you should be able to smile. All right. So there shouldn't be any straining. We smile because we know we're taking great care of our bodies. Yes. From here, we can take a breath and we can guide the left heel away at a diagonal. So diagonal, right? You can stay here if you'd like a little more. Guide the right arm to rise and lift your heart up. What an excellent flow. If you'd like a little more, you can use your right fingertips to capture your left big toe. And we would use the pointer, middle finger, and thumb. If you use those three fingers, that's called a yogi toe lock. What an excellent flow. So just breathe deep. And this is very good because, as we get more seasoned and wiser, a lot of people our age are getting hip replacements and things like that. So when you do this type of yoga posture, you invite flexibility into your hips and promote healthy hip movement. Let's take a deep breath. And on the exhale, if you're holding your big toe, go ahead, release it. And we're going to guide that left knee to bend. The foot begins to lower. We're going to flow back to easy pose, but now we'll have our right leg in front. All right, so we have our right leg in front. We're in easy pose. Let's rest our arms on our legs. We'll have palms up if you want more energy, palms down if you want more relaxation. Breathe deep. Relax your low jaw. So the lower jaw is releasing the teeth so that your teeth are not touching, okay? So you want your tongue resting in low jaw. Relax facial muscles. Focusing on flow of breath and heart rhythm. On our next inhale, we'll focus on our right leg. We'll take a breath. We're going to use our hands to guide that right leg to rise. Again, go slow. That's always one thing I encourage is to go very slow in your yoga practice. So as I give instruction, go at your own pace. All right. So you're guiding your leg to rise and you're just taking micro movements. I don't know if you noticed when I captured my leg, I didn't just immediately bring it to my heart. I'm going slowly, right? I'm taking my time, showing care. Excellent. And then when you get to the level that feels best for your body, take a breath. Lift your heart up. Notice your heart rhythm, right? So we're giving the leg a nice loving embrace. And from here, we'll rock the body from side to side, inviting more movement into the hips, strengthening arms and shoulders. So good for the body. What an excellent flow. From here, we're going to allow the body to be still, and the spine is now at the neutral position. We'll use the right hand to capture the right heel, release the left hand, and we're just going to guide that knee back. All right, so we have the knee flowing back. And again, if you want to go deeper into the posture, see if you can lift the leg and place it on top of shoulder. See how it feels. And then you'll just not quite have the leg on top of the shoulder. And each time you get a little more closer. All right. But just be gentle with your body. Notice how your heart is beating as you flow through each movement. Notice how it affects your heart rhythm. Breathe, focus, and notice. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to guide the right foot at a diagonal to extend and straighten. Awesome flow. Lift your heart and breathe deep. From here, we can take a cleansing breath, guide the left arm to flow up. Notice all the length in your spine. Excellent flow. Now, we'll focus on our left hand. Guide the left hand towards your big toe. Use those three fingers, pointer, middle finger, and thumb. See if you can capture your big toe. Don't strain. If you can't capture it, that's okay. You can just guide your hand in that direction. That's fine too. Just keep breathing. Your breath is full, your breath is deep. What a wonderful way to open the hips and strengthen the spine. Take another deep breath, and on the exhale, if you're holding your toe, release it. And we're going to guide the right knee to bend. Left arm lowers all the way down. Let's now connect in cobbler pose. Soles of the feet will touch. Now we have sit bones, okay? So let's connect with our sit bones. We're going to bring our hands behind us. We're going to lift our glutes up and rock the knees from side to side. What we're doing now is we're opening the hips even more. So good for the body. Now, as you lower yourself to your mat, guide your glute muscles back so that those bones, which are called sit bones, are on your mat. So you want to really have your sit bones on your mat. Palms up for energy. You choose how you want your arms positioned, and then lift the heart up. Lift the heart. Notice all that length you're making in the rib cage so you can really expand your lungs. With the heart lifted, that gives you more of an intake of oxygen. So good for the body. Breathe a little deeper. We take our inhales through our nose, and we release through the nose as well. The next inhale allows the arms to flow outward and upward. Go slow, lift the heart up. See how much you can lift. And the fingertips will flow to the sky and actively guide the navel inward. Notice that area beneath your belly button. Yes, guide that in also. Now we'll rotate the arms in, fingertips touch, release the elbows to bend. Keep lifting your heart as you're bending elbows, press palms together. We want to activate those pectoral muscles that supports the chest wall. Guide the thumbs to heart center, shoulders relaxing. The next breath allows the knees to rise, and we'll extend the right leg forward. Release your palms, and we're going to guide the bending knee to flow towards the right. Use your left hand to capture left ankle, lift your foot, and guide your heel back slowly. So your body will let you know your position and level. So either your knee will point forward, maybe a little out to the side, or maybe you can bring your heel all the way to your glute. So see how it feels. Don't strain. All right? And again, adjust your sit muscles, right? So your movements. We have the front leg, which is the right leg, and we have the foot flexing. So you want your toes to pull back towards your body and press the ball of the foot away from the body. Let's inhale and guide the arms overhead. Next breath. Very good. You got your arms overhead. Rotate your heart to point in the same direction as your flexing foot. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to release towards the flexing foot and go slow. Pull the belly inward as you're releasing. See how slowly you can move. Don't rush. Keep your front foot flexing. Take your time. Be gentle with the body. And we're not pulling. We're just releasing, just relaxing. All right? Just really let your body go limp and soften. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice how your breath sounds. Send your breath all the way to the bottom of the lungs, filling the lungs completely. Awesome flow. From here, we can guide the arms outward, so our palms will face down. And now guide the arms to flow back. So shoulder blades touch, palms will face each other, elbows are straight. If you can, see if your fingertips can touch and see if you can guide your hands to clasp together. See how it feels? If it's too intense, don't do it. You can just have your hands facing each other, all right? So if your hands are clasping and you want more, take a breath. Guide your hands to rise up. Your hands will flow all the way up towards the sky, or as much as you can, okay? Your body will let you know how high you can lift your hands up. From here, we'll take another full breath. And then on the exhale, we're going to release the hands and then guide the arms to flow all the way down to shoulder level. Then guide the arms outward so that the arms are at shoulder level, and now guide your hands to flow on top of the foot or in the same direction as your front flexing foot. Awesome flow. Now we'll focus on the heart. We're going to take a cleansing breath and we're going to rise up. We're lifting the heart and lifting the arms at the same time. Let's breathe deep. Flowing upward. What an awesome flow. Really lift your heart up so you can receive length in your spine. On the exhale, release the arms down, control and focus, keeping the arms straight. Ultimately, fingertips connect with the mat. We'll bend the left elbow, use left hand to capture the ankle, and then we'll breathe, lift up the foot and guide the knee and leg forward. Sole of the foot connects with the mat. We'll extend the leg straight. Next breath guides the right knee to bend. Lift your heart as you bend your right knee, guiding the sole of the foot to the mat with a lifted heart. Notice all the length in your spine. Take another full breath, and we're going to guide the knee to flow to the left, using the right hand to capture right ankle. Take your time, don't rush. We're going to lift up that foot and guide the foot back. We're choosing the level of openness that we want for the hips. So open your leg as much as you can without straining, all right? You should be able to smile. We have our front foot flexing, the front leg is straight. Now we'll guide the arms overhead. Inward. What a wonderful fluid flow. Allows us to release over the straight leg, guiding the nose downward so the neck can be relaxed. Also, notice your abdominal wall. All right, so are you guiding your navel inward? Let's guide the navel inward. This strengthens the abdominal wall. So good for the body. Let's take another deep breath. And this time when we exhale, we're going to guide the arms to flow outward and back. So the fingertips are flowing towards the wall behind us. Let's guide the shoulder blades to touch. What an awesome flow. If you can, go ahead and clasp your hands. If you can't, that's okay. Just keep your arms parallel. If you have your hands clasping, take a cleansing breath. And then as you exhale, just lift your hands up, clasping your hands intently, not rushing, being gentle and kind to the body. Noticing heart rhythm, connecting with flow of breath. What a wonderful way to invite mobility into the shoulders. What a wonderful way to strengthen the tendons and ligaments and the fingers, the wrists, the hands. So many benefits. Let's take a deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to release the hands downward. Arms lower, release your hands and guide the arms to flow outward. Palms will face downward. And then guide the arms to flow towards that flexing front foot. See if you can perhaps place your hands on top of your foot or near your foot. Do what you can. Do what your body allows you to do. Take a back to the body and soften. On our next inhale, then we're going to rise up. So when you're ready, take your breath, lift the heart, lift your arms, and guide your fingertips to rise towards the sky with a lifted heart. On your exhale breath, release the arms all the way down. Awesome flow. Fingertips connect with the mat. Bend right elbow. Use the right hand to capture right ankle. Breathe. Lift your leg, lift your foot, and guide the knee forward. Sole of the foot connects with the mat. And from here, let's guide both knees to bend. We'll turn our body now to the right. Turning the body to the right, use the arms to embrace the thighs. Walk the feet closer to the body, lift your heart up. Next breath, see if you can lift your feet up. All right, so if you can't, that's okay. Just place your hands behind you. That's fine too. You're either holding your legs or hands behind. From here, we'll take a breath and we'll focus on the left foot rising. Breathe and take your time. See how slowly you can lift up that foot. Yes. Breathe. That's control and focus. Notice your rise and fall in your chest. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to lower that foot all the way back down with a lifted heart. Now we'll focus on the opposite foot. Take a breath. Opposite foot rises up slowly. Awesome flow. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice the vibration of your breath. Take another full breath. On the exhale, we're going to release the foot all the way back down. Forward. So your arms are either in a diagonal, or your hands are holding you on up. So choose your level. And now we'll guide the left foot to rise up. And then we take a breath and we guide the right foot to rise up. And this is called a full boat pose. This is a posture that strengthens our core muscle group. It tones up our legs. It tones up our arms. It's so good for the body. Full boat pose. Let's take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to lower our legs and body at the same time. So guide your navel inward. And then you hover. And as you hover, squeeze your glute muscles. Yes. Squeeze those elbows. Straighten your fingers. This is called the half boat pose. We're hovering and engaging our core. So good for the body. Next breath, we're going to lift the heart, lift the legs, and flow back up to the full boat. All right. So let's just flow between the full boat and the half boat. I'm going to also demonstrate with the hands on the mat. So you're doing the same thing. And you just let your breath be your guide. You don't have to go quickly. All right. So good for the body. From here, let's all take a breath. And we're going to all bend our knees towards their chest. Use the arms to embrace the thighs. And release the feet back onto the mat. Release your legs. Let's slide to the top of our mat. We're preparing to lie down. Make sure you have space. All right. So here we are at the top of our yoga mat. We'll guide the arms at a diagonal, or if you need more support, you can have your hands back. Okay? So choose your level and take a breath. Lift your heart up. On the exhale, you're going to release back, and as you your navel towards your spine, and you're flowing back one vertebrae at a time, slowly with control. Ultimately, the shoulder blades will touch the mat. The base of the skull touches the mat, and then we release the arms all the way down. Now, guide your knees to flow towards your chest. Your feet will lift off of your mat. Bend your elbows. Right palm covers right kneecap. Left palm covers left kneecap. Let's circle the legs now to the left slowly. Make a circle. Breathe deep. And now we'll circle the legs opposite direction. What a wonderful low back massage. Good for the lumbar region of the back. Good for hips. Now allow the body to be still. Release your kneecaps and lower the soles of your feet to your mat. Relax your arms and straighten legs. We are now prepared for our final yoga posture. This is called our Shavasana. So we'll close our eyes. And with eyes closed, this is the time that we give ourselves permission to only focus on ourselves. So this is a time to pour back into you, Connect with your inner peace. Connect with inner calm. So with eyes closed, allow your low jaw to relax away from the upper jaw. Your tongue will be resting in low jaw. We're taking our breath inward through the nose slowly. And we're intentionally filling the lungs completely. When we reach the top of the breath, we pause and notice the heart rhythm and release the breath. And notice how the chest falls. We notice the nuance of the breath, as such as the temperature, the coolness of the breath when we inhale versus what the breath sounds like when we exhale. So just focus on your breath, focus on your heart. Notice the rhythm, the pulsing, and the flow of breath. As we hold on to this feeling of serenity and calm, let's bring our awareness to the feet, and we're going to allow the feet to move slowly from side to side, activating the ankles, wiggling the toes, breathing deep. From here, we'll focus on our calf muscles, and we're going to squeeze and release the calf muscles as we breathe deep. Guide awareness to kneecaps. Gently squeeze and release kneecaps. And now we'll allow the thighs to squeeze and release. Allow the fingers to bend and straighten. Allow the hands to circle. Relax your hands at your side. Take a cleansing breath. Lift shoulders up. On the exhale, release the shoulder blades back onto the mat. Focusing on facial muscles. Begin to wiggle your nose, move your cheeks, and we'll blink our eyes open. Take a deep breath and guide your knees to bend so the soles of your feet will connect with your mat. Once the soles of the feet are on the mat, take a breath. On the exhale, guide your knees to fall towards the front of the room. Turn your body on the left side. Left elbow will bend, guiding the body to a fetal position on our left side. Let's take another breath and guide the hands to float in front of our chest on our mat. Take a breath slowly, gently. We're going to press our body upright. Don't rush, go slow. Once upright, we're going to guide ourselves to any comfortable seated position. Relax your arms either on your legs or at your side. Be sure to lift your heart up. Gaze downward and notice how you're feeling at this moment in time. Let's take a full breath. Extend the arms outward and upward. We'll rotate the arms in, palms touch, elbows bend. Breathe deep. We'll connect with heart center. So we can take another full breath. And on the exhale, we'll release forward. Let's remember the importance of inviting calm and serenity into our lives. The light in me bows down to the light in you. Namaste. On our inhale, we flow up and rise up. Thank you. All right. So for my YouTube folks, thank you so much for joining. Again, my name is Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Subscribe. Subscribe and you'll get notifications about upcoming classes. Everybody have a beautiful day. Bye. Hey ladies, thanks